we're Robin and Steve. In the last episode, we sailed over 3,000 nautical miles to go to my sister's 50th birthday party, which started with my sister and brother-in-law in Fitzroy Island. Then my nephew joined us and sailed with us the rest of the way to Cairns, where my niece met us. It's been a big build-up. Way back in January, we sailed from the bottom of Tasmania up the east coast of Australia for my sister's birthday in Cairns. Now it's time to turn around and head back south. On this glassy morning, we set sail and started to retrace our steps back south. Well, we weren't totally retracing our steps, but doing giant zigzags because we had to tack upwind today. In order to keep our morale up, we'd estimate our route distance and then double it, and if we did anything less than that, we'd feel great. Fitzroy Island, traditional land of the Gungundji people. To check that our cardiovascular systems could still manage to take us uphill, we climbed to the lighthouse, where we could see whales and check that our boat was still there. Tucked away on this beach, we found a nice swing. A lovely shady spot to relax or dangle. Here's a warning, there's some shaky camera work coming up. Whales had been leaping and splashing for some time, so I recorded, but I was mostly just watching the whales.
It's jumping!
There are a few theories as to why whales breach. It could be to broadcast to other whales what good shape they're in. Well, we were impressed. It could be to dislodge parasites. Yeah, I'd do that to get rid of mosquitoes. Humpbacks reach speeds of 29 kilometres per hour to clear the water like this.
That's amazing.
Apparently, it's not a true breach unless 40% of the body leaves the water. I don't know who the breach police are. Watching this athletic display made us hungry. It went on for ages, so long in fact, that Steve went below to make fruit salad. So we got to eat mango, pineapple and passion fruit while watching whales. What a life. And then we went swimming. Although the water here is not crystal clear very often, the coral is gorgeous and the fish are varied and abundant. Even though people can fish and spearfish here, the fish weren't too shy. Including this fish that surprised me a bit, a huge barracuda. Well, I've never seen one before, so I'm not sure how huge it is compared to other barracuda. But when it's suddenly there in the milky water, it looked pretty big to me. Ah, that doesn't belong there. Thanks, Steve. It's only a short distance to Franklin Islands, but we allowed all day because we were tacking again. We had loved Russell Island, but in the end we could see that there were other boats there, so we stayed at Normandy Island. Here's one of many algal blooms that leave streaks on the sea. Blooms occur after things such as storms and even whale activity oxygenate the water. We approached Normandy Island to a soundtrack compliments of Steve and his new guitar, which was a gift from my nephew. We arrived with enough daylight to explore the island and to have a swim. We had the whole thing to ourselves. Next day we sailed, then motored, then sailed to Dunk Island, traditional land of the Bunjin and Jiru people. Beach curlews. I'm going to miss them once we're too far south. Next day we zipped by lots of beautiful islands and more whales to get to Orpheus Island, traditional lands of the Munburra people, and part of the Palm Island group, one of 16 islands. There was less tacking today, which was like a holiday. Oh, that's right, our life is a holiday. Once anchored, we were greeted by this manta ray. We were keen to find something we'd missed last time. This used to be a giant clam farm. This farm was set up in the 80s to offset overfishing of giant clams, which nearly led to their extinction. The farm was so successful that the Navy had to come and move some mollusks to other areas. What remains now is a pretty strange oceanscape. It was an eerie experience, and I found myself not wanting to get my toes anywhere near them. In a rare moment of calm, I revised some of my old favourite silks moves. Or at least the moves that aren't too dodgy in this unusual practice space. In the next episode, we explore some more of the Palm Island group before heading to Magnetic Island. And eventually, we'll make our boat swap. You see, way back in May, we saw this boat sitting in a marina, looking a bit neglected. Turned out the owner had had to go back to the UK in 2019 and then got stuck there with COVID, all the while having to pay marina fees. He was very keen to sell. Our trip south will be a bit rushed because we are going to do a boat shuffle. But for now, carry on, Rakali. You are a better boat than we are sailors. We've loved travelling this far with you, and we will find you a crew who love you.